Okay, if you're on the phone, please use the link that you were provided, which is www.anymeeting.com, and please look for our public meeting, which is Plexus Meeting 1. Also, as a reminder, please contact the ambassador that invited you to the call should you have any questions afterwards. And hello and welcome to our 30 Days of Plexus Opportunity Financial Testimonies. My name is Rod Garcia, and I'm a Gold Ambassador, and I'll be your host. The first thing I want to make clear is that these testimonies are strictly the testimonies of our fellow team members. We are not representing Plexus Worldwide in our statement. Therefore, this is not a sponsored event by Plexus Worldwide. All information provided in this testimony, particularly any information relating to specific medical conditions, health care, preventative care, and healthy lifestyle, is presented for general informational purposes only. It should not be considered complete or exhaustive and does not cover all disorders or conditions or their treatment. The information provided is not intended as a substitute for the advice provided by your own physician or health care provider, and it may not necessarily take your individual health situation into account. This author assumes no liability or responsibility for any errors or omissions in this content of this testimony, and the statements regarding any products included in this testimony have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Okay, so with all that behind us, let's move forward. I just want to say that
carries on.
We are everyday people from all walks of life that have found Plexus Worldwide products. We all love them. We're all excited about the great successes that we've had with Plexus. The stories you're about to hear are from our fellow team ambassadors. They will share the various successes with their overall health, their wellness, and their financial opportunity door that has opened. Therefore, it's hard for us to keep quiet and not share these wonderful success stories with others. So on with today's show. Today we have Amy Carnell. Amy is a silver ambassador. And Amy, before we start, let me make a change on the audio here.
That would be good.
Your line is now unmuted.
All attendees are muted.
Okay, Amy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, so getting back to today's show, Amy Carnell, Silver Ambassador. I haven't had the opportunity to meet you. I really don't even know your testimony, so I'm very excited to hear this with the rest of everyone else on the call. So, Amy, please tell us your story.
Well, Rod, I'm always so excited to share what Plexus has done for me in the short amount of time that I've even been introduced to Plexus. I started in September last year, and I really had never heard of it before, and honestly looked at it like a lot of other people do, as in, yeah, it's another fad, whatever, this isn't going to work, you know. And honestly, I've never struggled with being overweight, but I've always struggled with migraine headaches, chronic pain. I had degenerative disc disease. I was an RN and had actually quit to come home. And the Lord called me home to take care of my children, and me and my husband decided to have another baby. Well, during the pregnancy, I really had a lot of complications, major headaches, the normal muscle pains and everything of pregnancy, but it was really amplified by the joint diseases that I have anyway. But anyway, it was a few months after I had the baby, and I had hit that point where I couldn't lose anymore. And I kind of got sick of nothing I was really doing was working, and I was one of these who had never really had to diet before, but I felt bad. I had no energy, migraines constantly, just, you know, all this stuff, and it really come to a point where I was like, well, why not? I'll try it. So I found out that my husband's cousin was selling it. So I said, all right, look, do not give me a sales pitch. I do not want to hear any made-up stuff just to pat your pocket. Tell me the truth about it. I was very skeptical, to say the least. But anyway, I tried 2 trial packs, 2 3-day trial packs, and by the 5th day, I hadn't weighed, I hadn't measured. I knew what I weighed, but I really wasn't keeping up with it. But by the 5th day, I went ahead and thought, well, okay, I'll weigh. And I had lost 5 pounds. And I thought, well, all right, that's decent. It's probably mostly water weight, but I feel amazing. I felt absolutely amazing. And this was with a newborn that was keeping me up quite a bit during the night. But during the day, my spirits were higher. I felt motivated to actually get up and do something. Even if I was a little tired from losing sleep, I wanted to do something. But I was wearing the loose baggy clothes because I was sort of hung, not really having many clothes that fit me, just having the baby. But I went and tried on some jeans, and this is what made me a believer. I was in a snug 12 whenever I started Plexus. And I thought, well, I picked up a size 9 amethyst jeans, and I looked at it and I thought, well, my butt is not going to fit in there, but I'll try it and see how much I like. And they slipped right on and were actually kind of loose. And I thought, wait a minute, and I told myself, well, maybe that's size funny or, something. But anyway, I went ahead and I went home. I worked up the courage the next morning, and I tried on my favorite jeans, a size 7-8 Aeropostales from whenever I got pregnant. And they slipped on and fit perfectly. For me, now this is not typical of everybody, but for me, that was 5 jean sizes in the first 5 days. I felt awesome. Everything was just great. I could tell such a significant difference, not just in inches, but I'm talking about in just the way I felt overall. So I called up his cousin. I was like, all right, fine. Okay, how do I sign up to sell it? So I'd only been on it for about 6 days whenever I signed up to sell Plexus. And it was September 30th. That's whenever I signed up to sell. And I was talking to Stephanie Manus, one of the main girls above me, and she's been my guru this whole time. And she was telling me the success you can have with it. And honestly, just like everybody, our money was so tight at that time. And I told her, I said, can it just help with my kids' Christmas? I know that's right around the corner, but is there any way that it can help with that? And she said, yes. She said, it will give back tenfold what you put into it. Talk it, live it, be the product, take the product, share it with people, what it's done for you. So I started doing that. And I've made money every month. And every month my check has grown a little more and a little more. And honestly, me and my husband both say that I have no idea how we would have made it through this winter because we farm. And I have no idea how we would have made it through this winter without the money that Plexus has provided for us. But now that I've been on it since September, I've lost over 23 pounds, over 7 jean sizes. I no longer have migraine headaches. I could probably buy my monthly products now on what I was spending on Excedrin migraine before. I had my chronic pain. I used to take ibuprofen just about every day for the pain in my joints and muscles, and I just don't have that anymore. That doesn't even affect me anymore. I sleep better when my infant lets me. She's 9 months old now, but I sleep better. I wake up feeling motivated. I don't feel as overwhelmed. I've always been sort of stressed, and I don't feel as overwhelmed now. It seems like I can take things more in stride because I feel more in control, of things. I can just tell an overall sense of well-being and health, emotions, and honestly, just to be honest, like I said, an at-home mother. I homeschool my children. And I've always been bad about sort of struggling emotionally with not feeling I benefit to the family. This has provided me a way that I can help significantly benefit my family financially and be right here with my children. Most of my marketing is done on Facebook, word of mouth. Now, sort of word of mouth is kind of friend has told that friend has told that friend. And I'm right here with my children every day. And I cannot tell you all the blessings, honestly. I can't tell you all the blessings that it has provided me. It just does so much for me mentally and emotionally to know that I can benefit my family and be right here and hear all these success stories every day. Because even better than the money or anything else that comes with it, the smaller gene sizes or the, whatever, is the success stories that you hear from other people who come off their diabetes medication, come off their high blood pressure medication. There's so many different health issues personally that friends of mine, acquaintances of mine, were struggling with, and they say, I've noticed this, or I've noticed that this is, improved or increased or whatever. There's no way to run out of good things to say about Plexus.
Well, Amy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. That's such a wonderful story. I think, to hear these stories, how Plexus helps, people not only with their health, but their finances. And to me, that's a tremendous benefit to have, the opportunity. I mean, I'm sure, the person that sponsored you is feeling this great, feeling of having, introduce you to the product and then to see the benefits of and the blessing that you're receiving from being involved with it. And that to me is, that we're not only touching people health-wise, but we're touching them financially and
exactly.
And I guess with the the skepticism that people have, I mean, you can't make these stories up. We've had 3 weeks of testimonies every day, and I've heard just countless people just like yourself who tell these wonderful stories of how Plexus has helped them. So this is the truth, and I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you telling us and opening up your heart and letting us hear that. And for the rest of you, I really hope that you enjoyed it as well. We're having a call meeting right after this, so don't hang up if you're attending that. But I'd like to say that we're going to publish this link with the ambassador that invited you to the call, should you want to listen to it or share it with someone else. And if you're interested, please contact that Plexus ambassador that invited you. We would love to have you on our team. There's plenty of people, ambassadors that we have that are more than willing to support you and give you the knowledge that you need to become successful and reach your goal. So hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow. And thank you and goodbye for now. But stick around if you're going to be here for this meeting. We'll be back in a few minutes.